and welcome to my channel. My name's Vicky and I'm an artist from the Peak District, and I'm fumbling my way through making my passion into a business. I hope you'll join me for the journey. So I've done a review on the Pablo coloured pencils, I've done one on the Polychromos, and I've done one on the Derwent Lightfast, so that can only mean the one outstanding, in my sets anyway, is the Luminance. Again, I don't have the tin because it was easier to store these in the shed that was my art studio. The things you do for love. And now I'm restricted to a dressing table, but anyway, we've digressed. One day I will have a studio. So these coloured pencils are a bit of a hybrid. So the binding is both wax and oil. So you'd like to think you're getting the best of both worlds. They blend like a wax coloured pencil, and you can sharpen them like an oil coloured pencil and they will retain their point. I personally love these coloured pencils. I do like the fact that there's wax in them. I find blending with wax so much easier than the oil ones. But as usual, everything has its place. Now, these will set you back for 100 of these coloured pencils, £285. But again, as with all of the coloured pencils, you can find them individually online, so it's probably wise to go out and buy individuals before investing in a large set. So the Lightfast settings on the Luminance are indicated by LFI and LFII. So the LFI are excellent and the LFI are very good. And as you all know, because I keep banging on about it, you should never put artwork in direct sunlight. However, the ones with the highest Lightfast settings will be less susceptible to UV rays. This means your artwork is going to last approximately 100 years on. So let's head on over to the drawing board and see how they work out there. So we've got a nice sharp point there. And what we're going to do is we're going to push down, and again, similar to the Polychromos, although not as much, because they have that binding of oil in there. I think that's what allows them to keep that fine point without breaking as quickly and as easily as the wax-based ones. So we're going to layer a couple of the colours, and we're going to take a wee bit of Cestit . So they blend really, really well. So for those of you that like to burnish, let me bring you a bit closer. Yeah, that's burnished quite nicely. Obviously you would do that at the end because you'll have no tooth left on your paper now. So because my Luminance are in a roll-up mat, it's not very easy for me to try and show you all the colours. What I can tell you I was most impressed with this brand is the amount of greys that were in there, which sounds a bit random. But when you're doing pet portraits, greys are a necessity. They've got lots of other lovely colours, some nice greens and blues and turquoises, but the greys are probably the most impressive for this set. To conclude with the Luminous, they are hybrid, so they're both wax and oil, which means they blend incredibly well. They layer very well.
The colours that they have in the sets, particularly the greys and the browns, are brilliant for pet portraits and animal art. And you can again buy these as individuals if you wanted to trial them. So I hope that's helpful, and until next time, toodle pip and bye bye.